I tell you what, I love this skid loader, but I don't love taking care of the tracks. But this is a very expensive piece of equipment, and if you allow mud to cake up in the tracks like I have today and don't get it cleaned out, you're wearing out your components and stressing the drive system unnecessarily. So I need to do a better job of taking care of that. So the buildup you see here is the last job I did. I spent 12 hours on 2 days trying to clear out this like 150 foot long, 8 foot tall sawdust pile. And I was in the mud for the whole 12 hours dealing with that. And then yesterday I came down here and ran the power rake on some muddy ground, and I didn't clean the tracks in between, so I have a major mess. Now what I'm doing today, besides cleaning it out like normal, is demonstrating this tool right here that I got from One-Eyed Customs YouTube channel. I was there to visit Adam from Hometown Acres and take a look at some of his equipment. And while I was there, his neighbor came over, next door neighbor named Doug, makes these right here. His channel's called One-Eyed Customs, and Doug's a conscientious guy. He's creative and he's a fabricator, and he would never let his tracks look like that. Every time he finishes something, he just cleans them with this tool real quick. And so he would never let it get like this. And if Doug watches this, he's probably gonna be losing his mind looking at my tracks. Now this says right on it, not a pry tool, but I think I'm gonna have to use it like a pry tool to clean this out. That's because he made it really lightweight so that you could just clip it to the side or use magnets to hold it. It's hollow, it's light, it's handy, but mine are already like that. So let's see how well this works at cleaning them up. All right, man, this is a mess. I watched Adam on Hometown Acres use this, and this end right here, he just raked all the loose stuff off here. And if you do that every day, it'd be really easy. Then on the nose of his mini excavator, the nose gear on the tracks is really narrow, and he could just run this scraping tool through there. I think the biggest problem that I'm causing by running it with the tracks dirty like this, you can see all this shiny metal where it's pressed up against this mud and that grit that's in the mud, and running it like that wears down the sprocket. I've done this before with a little short shovel. I have like a narrow trenching shovel that I had been using for this. This definitely gets up in there better. The shape of it really works well, and the fact it's so lightweight makes it easy to store on the equipment and have it with you. Now, I've got a lot of this out, but I still have a bunch behind here. Let me see if I can access that. So this is a spot I've already been working on, halfway done with it. Now, I've had trouble cleaning out here before, but the shape of this tool lets me come down and then rotate it and get in between here. If you're thinking, why not just use a power washer? I do sometimes. And that works, but it's a lot messier than you might think if you've never done it before. It makes a bigger mess using a power washer than you might think. And you got mud spraying back in your face. I would much rather pick all this out first, then move the machine and power wash it with all this mud out of the way. For the percentage of people that think I'm trying to sell a product, I'm not at all. I don't even think Doug wants to sell these. But if you're interested in the measurements or the design or how he built this, contact One-Eyed Customs. Go to his YouTube channel, leave a comment, tell him you saw this video here and you want to know how to make a hook like he's got. All right, I'm going to do the other side exactly like I did this side, then back up a little bit and hit it with the power washer. This Champion power washer has been setting here for a year in the same spot. It's currently March, so it sat right here all through the winter, which is the worst thing you can do for anything with an engine on it, but especially, well, this runs water through it. This should have been taken into the garage. So if it just fires right up after sitting out all winter, I'll be shocked. But Champion has always done that for me in the past. So, choke, gas on. I would expect at least to have to change out the gas. You can say whatever you want about any brand, but Champion power equipment, in my personal experience, no matter how much I ignore it or leave it setting or don't take care of it, starts up within 2 pulls every time. There's nothing miraculous about this tool, and I'm not trying to sell it, but it does take a job that's a pain to do and makes it a little bit easier. So I feel like it helped me out. So I appreciate you taking time to watch the video. Check out Doug from One-Eyed Customs. I'll put links on the screen to more of our videos, and I'll see you next time.